What's up, YouTube? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. Shout out to the Dice Crew. Now we got Poetik Flakko, and he got some foul things to say pertaining to Future. You know, he bringing up Juice World. He pretty much blaming Future for the untimely passing of Juice World. Now, shout out to Juice World. Shout out to his family and those that's close to him and that care for him. Shout out to Future. I'm a fan of him as well. And you know, this is a topic I definitely want to dive in and put my opinion on it. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. Keep it a Benji for me. I'm gonna keep it a Benji for y'all in my reaction. Let's rock.
Right? And that's why to this day, I say, fuck jail. I wish nothing but death and on a nigga like a Future. Fuck that. I wish death on Future. And here's what. Sure. And here's why I wish death and on Future, right?
That seems kind of harsh though, right?
No, death. Fuck that nigga. And here's why it's fuck Future. There was a beautiful black boy, man, in Southside Chicago, right? He had a single mama, but he wasn't part of no gangs, bro, you know, and he was in band, art, right? You know, and he did and all the right things, right? But again, a single mama, she goes to work. She leaves this kid to like, you know, his own vices. Yeah. Around the age of 16, this kid who was in band, who was a musical genius, discovered Future. And while his mama is at work and he's listening to Dirty Stoner and that styrofoam, spending days getting mind blown, and he says, oh shit, bro, listening to Future made me want to do pills and drugs. So then he started taking drugs and pills. Now, he's such a musical genius that this kid went on to be the most impactful rapper of his generation. But that kid died on a plane taking pills.
So Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD. That kid name is Juice WRLD, and he says, I was in band, I was living a good life, and I started taking pills because of Future. So hence, Future's music led him down a path that killed him. Now, too, and here's why it's even more fucking sinister and evil of Future. Nicki Minaj said, yo, I was in the studio with this nigga Future. And he told me, man, bruh, I don't be doing drugs for real, Nicki. Like, I'm just rapping about it. For me, right, you know, again, because it's cool. So this nigga said, I don't do drugs, Nicki. I'm just rapping about it, Nicki. So this nigga led up, again, trust me, Juice WRLD ain't the only kid, bruh. This nigga took one of the brightest stars in a black music from us by rapping about a lie that he not doing to fill up his own pockets? How's that fair? How does he deserve to live after taking away from us one of the brightest young stars of our generation by a lie?
I mean, Flakko was very extreme. I mean, he's wishing death on Future. I don't agree with that. He's entitled to his own feelings and his own thoughts. However, I feel like he's definitely not seeing things from everybody's point of view. He's kind of like, you know, I just don't really agree with that, man. And it's like, how can you blame Future 100%? I mean, he's not directly involved with Juice WRLD's life. He's not right there in front of him. He probably barely met him once Juice WRLD became who Juice WRLD became musically wise. And I feel like Flakko's whole approach is playing the blame game as opposed to taking accountability. Now, you know, if he's inspired or if he's influenced, then that's something that everybody is at the end of the day. But we got to have a choice, and we do got that choice, but we got to make the right choice when it comes to what we going to follow and what we going to be influenced by, you know? And I just feel like it was bad, and it was a ugly situation for Juice WRLD to pass how he passed, and so early, so young. You know, I feel like his career was stripped from him. He was a person that was definitely going to succeed more and more and more in music. He was great and talented. And I just feel like we also got to hold his society, the society and the environment that he grew up in. You know, he said that Juice WRLD was a music genius. So we can't call a person a genius in one sentence, and then in the next one, pretty much call them just a total idiot follower. You know, I feel like Juice WRLD knows 1,000 things, 1,000,000 billion things out in this world that he can participate in, and he can choose whatever he chooses to choose, and he know whether he likes things or he don't. And I feel like he chose some stuff that he liked, and he ran with what he ran with. And I feel like, you know, Future, he say what he say, do what he do. It's a million people, a lot of rappers. We don't know if it's true or not. It's all entertaining. We can't be holding them accountable, like, and just skip over the parents or whoever that raised these kids. We all got to be taking accountability at the end of the day. You know, Future got to do what he got to do to provide for him and his household. And that goes for every rapper, actor, whoever that's entertaining in anything, you know, podcasting, YouTube, and whatever. We got to do what we got to do. And yeah, the influence that we put out there is whatever the influence we put out there. But I feel like we got to also start taking more accountability for what we want to follow. You know, we can't just sit around here and just blame people and point the finger and just skip 1,000,000 people. You know, Juice WRLD knew 1,000,000 people before he knew what Future was even doing or saying or even heard about him. You know, like, come on, man. Like, and I'm not even trying to fully blame his parents, because kids do things on this earth that parents do not agree with every day. It happens, you know. So that goes off into just really self-accountability. And Juice WRLD was young. Maybe he was too young to understand certain things and his choices in life. But, you know, maybe he really was being smart, but he just didn't see that this was probably going to be an outcome from the choices he made. We don't know. However it goes, it's like, I really don't even know the true facts about Juice WRLD, because I really wasn't there, so I hate kind of speaking on certain stuff like that. However, from what I gathered from the situation, it was supposed to be, you know, Juice WRLD on the plane, law enforcement supposed to come, Juice WRLD allegedly swallows some pills or something like that, just so he don't have to be at risk of going to jail. I don't know if it's true or not. That was like one of the rumors. But if that's if that's true, then we got to know, like, hey, did Future also tell a person to maneuver around with all these drugs illegally? It's like, we got to just, you know, it's the choices. Like, we just can't act like Future pulled up, forced these drugs in this man's body. And that go for everybody. You know, influence is influence, and that's one thing. But we can't keep acting like somebody's just downright forcing a person to do something, because that's just not the case. So, you know, I hope everybody get my point on it. And I do kind of get what Flakko was saying, just a tad bit, you know, to a small disagree. Because, you know, I'm not an idiot, so I get where he's trying to go with it. But I just feel like, you know, he might be even doing this just to get some attention, some more notoriety, put himself in a bigger conversation, spark some conversations, you know, about him, however it go. I don't know. But then he seems kind of passionate, so it seemed like this is what he really into and how he feel. But y'all got to let me know how y'all feel, man. You know, is Flakko really being too extreme? I mean, I definitely feel like he's doing too much and he's being very extreme. And y'all can also let me know, like, how y'all feel about just the whole industry in general, you know. However, when it comes to this entertainment. So shout out to the Dice crew, man. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. I'm out.